Assalamualaikum and hi. Today we are going to talk about electronic records management and filing system practice in the organization. The company that we have chosen is Kelantan ICT Gateway Sdn Berhad. So before we start our presentation, let's introduce our team members first.
My name is Siti Zahratu Wajiha binti Wan Azlan.
My name is Nur Amni Farhani binti Muhammad Aslan.
My name is Wanu Umaira binti Warusli.
And my name is Nurul Anis binti Izani. So first, I will talk about the introduction. So this study examines the records management system of Kelantan ICT Gateway Sdn Berhad (KIGSB), which is a significant contributor to Kelantan's digital development. The company's history, services such as Kelantan Pay and Smart City initiative, and its manual and computerized record. We are able to learn about their mail handling, record storage, and file classification. However, they have to deal with some issues, including poor data security, keeping both digital and physical documents, and delayed file retrieval. So, the solutions that we suggest are enhanced cybersecurity, hybrid record systems, and automated filing. That is why these studies have recommendations to assist KIGSB in enhancing their records management for increased effectiveness and security.
Next, the background of the organization. Kelantan ICT Gateway SDN-BHD, or known as KIGSP, is a government-owned ICT agency established on 25 July of 2011 and began operation on 14 October 2015. Located at UTC Kota Baharu, it is fully owned by the Kelantan State Government through PKINK. KIGSB serves as the one-stop agency (OSA) for planning, coordinating, and implementing digital and ICT initiatives in the state. It supports Kelantan's digital transformation through projects such as Kelantan Pay, Smart City Planning, Telecommunication Safety, and ICT Training Program. KIGSB plays a key role in bridging traditional governance with modern digital solutions. Guided by Islamic value, it promotes responsible governance while driving Kelantan's ambition to become a globally recognized digital hub. This is the organizational chart of KIGSB. The Chairman, YB Datuk Ustaz Wan Roslan bin Wan Hamad, the General Manager Muhammad Roslan Muhammad Zain, the Senior Operation Manager Tengku Nur Azian, the Operation Manager Azhan Arifin, the Executive Digital Economy and Training Farizan Jafar, the Executive Creative Design and Multimedia Mazura binti Ismail, the Executive Admin and Finance Wan Nur Yohanis bin Wan Abdullah, and lastly, the Executive Monitoring and Compliance Nur Hishamuddin bin Zakaria. The objective of the organization is to serve as a one-stop agency (OSA) and strategic ICT partner to the Kelantan State Government. Next, to conduct site safety audits for telecommunications infrastructure, offer ICT and digital training consultancy for public and private sector, and to mobilize resources for ICT and digital projects. The mission and vision of the organization is: first, mission to establish and stimulate the ICT and digital development in Kelantan as a digital state in tie with the Islamic principle. Next, vision to establish as a leader in providing ICT and digital service in Kelantan and competitive nationwide. KIGSB serves to conduct telecommunication structure safety audits like towers and antenna, to ensure compliance and safety in statewide communication infrastructure, and act as a facilitator for local and global ICT investment. The motto and slogan of the organization is the slogan Make It Happen Digital Kelantan symbolizes the commitment of Kelantan ICT Gateway KIGSB in making Kelantan a developed digital state through the implementation of strategic and innovative ICT initiatives. This term carries a double meaning. IT refers to information technology represent represent the spirit of action and progress. It shows the role of KIGSB not only developing technology solution but also ensuring that every initiative carried out has the real impact on the people and economy of Kelantan. Through this slogan, KIGSB emerged as an active agent of change in supporting the state's digital development in line with Islamic value and local culture. Other than that, more than just a slogan, Make It Happen Digital Kelantan is a call to action that reflects the organization's vision to create a comprehensive digital ecosystem in Kelantan.
So the next one is the filing system of the organization. Kelantan ICT Gateway Sendirian Berhad filing divide their file into two main categories, which are housekeeping records and functional records. Under the housekeeping records is the further divided into inward and outward correspondence. For the inward correspondence includes all incoming communication such as letters, emails, and official documents from external parties, and while the outward correspondence refers to documents sent out by the company. Besides that, the functional records consist of several records which are the financial records, the company project records, employee information records, and the PNC payroll and compensation records. For the financial records, it's divided based on payment voucher, and the company project documents cover all records that are related to the planning, execution, and communication of specific projects. So for the employee information records, the files are based on the staff name, containing the personal and professional data for each employee. For the last one, which is the PNC records, the details about the staff salaries and compensation. These categories of subject file not only help the company manage the filing documentation properly, but also support better decision in making. So the next one is filing system method of this organization is using. So for the filing system method, they are using two types of system, which is the subject based on dictionary arrangements and numeric. Kelantan ICT Gateway file their records based on subject, which is the project records, and the project records fall under the project name, such as Smart City or Go Digital. So for the staff records, it is organized by individual staff name as subjects. Each employee has their own folder based on their name, and the PNC records it is subject based on salary or bonus. For example, staff salary and annual bonus. So the next finance system method is numeric. This organization using the financial records by numeric method, which is the financial record payment voucher. For example, all the document on the financial records will be arranged followed by the number order starting from the bottom to the top. The next one is the type of system an organization is using. Kelantan ICT Gateway uses two types of system, which are manual and electronic system. So for manual system, this organization still maintaining the manual type because they are still using the traditional system. So for this manual system, the organization manage and record its file, which include financial project records, employee information, and PNC records. All these documents are paper-based and will be organized physically. For example, the payment voucher in financial record is arranged manually, starting from the bottom to the top within each file. So the next one is electronic system. So for the electronic system, this organization only used on the inward and outward correspondence. This electronic system is still new in use because the organization started practicing this year. So for inward and outward correspondent, it will be scanned. The method it will be scanned and will be uploaded to Google Drive. So the next one is the procedure of filing the records. So the first procedure is inspecting. So for inward correspondence, the the file will the letter will be stamped first by the person in charge and will be handed to general manager, and the general manager will manage the letter, and then the letter will be passed to the person that will mention on the minute. After the person that will mention finish to take action, the letter will be passed to the person in charge, and then the person in charge will proceed to filing procedure. So for the financial records will be reviewed first, and then will be verified, proceed to coded, and finally proceed to the file procedures. So for the project records, it is are inspected to ensure they are complete and up to date, especially if they require review or approval. For the staff records, it is inspected file based on the staff name, and the PNC records, it is confirmed for accuracy before any further action is taken. So the next procedure is indexing. Kelantan ICT Gateway will identifying the main subject or type of information. For example, the correspondence will be indexed as damai perjanjian perkhidmatan pendigitalan. Other than that, the financial records will be indexed such as payment voucher OPV. For project records, it will be indexed as Kala Shop or Smart City, and the PNC records, it will be indexed salary statement May 2025. So the third procedure is coding. Based on the financial records, the file will be marked as PV 2024, PV6. It will be one by one based on PV5 2024, PV6 2024. So for project records, the the file will be highlighted as A2 Pentadbiran Program Celik IT or A4 Pentadbiran Carnival ICT Negeri. For the staff records, it will be highlighted as staff name based on the staff name. And the last one, the PNC records, it will be marked as PNC Salary 06 2022. So the next procedure is sorting. For the correspondence records, it is sorted based on inward and outward correspondence, which will be divided into operation, administration, and staff matters file. For the financial records, it will be sorting by year and voucher number. Besides that, the project records are sorted by the name of the project, such as Smart City or Kelantan Pay. The next one is staff records. It is sorting by employee name and then by the document type. The last one, the PNC records, it is sorting based on the payroll period, such as salary and bonus. So for the last step of the procedure of filing the records is filing the records. So this organization is still using the manual filing system. So the physical documents are stored in folder labels placed on the front of tab of the file. So for the correspondence, Kanta ICT Gateway complements a physical filing system with a digital system, such as scan using the scan method and upload it to Google Drive. And then for the correspondence, it is also labeled by type, such as operation, administration, and staff. Next, we move to the records management, personnel, and database. So for the filing system management, it is divided into 3%. With the first one is Wan Nurhani Yohanis Wan Abdullah. She is responsible for overseeing and ensuring the proper handling, storage, and retrieval of records within the organization. And then it will be held under Wan Nur Yohanis Wan Abdullah. There's two assistant officer, which is Nur Shazwani Muhammad Suhaimi and Nurul Fatihah Mamasri. Next one is records life cycle, from the creation to disposition of the records. The first one is the creation. Granted as they get away, the creation of the records are paper-based and electronic, including all the files, which is financial, project, correspondence, staff records, and PNC records. These records may originate internally or be received from outside parties like government agency or clients. So the next step is distribution. For example, if a staff member is mentioned in the manager minutes, on a letter, the correspondence is passed to the person first before returning to the person in charge of the record management. The third one is use. So for the financial record, it is used for audit purposes for LHDN purposes. These financial records will be kept for audit use for LHDN's purposes. And the project records, it is used for progress review, project launch, and the details about the project. The next one is staff records. It will be used for the information details and HR purposes. And the correspondence will be used for the updates inside or outside the organization. So the next step is maintenance. After records at Kelantan we have completed their active use phase, they will move into the maintenance stage, which they are systematically stored and protected for the future. For most records, such as financial records, project records, staff records, and PNC records, uses a manual filing system. These records are carefully sorted and placed into folder labels. For example, financial records are arranged by payment voucher, number, and year. Meanwhile, project files by the project name and phase, and the staff records alphabetically by employee name. This organized method can be easily retrieved whenever needed. So the last step for the records life cycle is the disposition. So this organization use the they will be manage the disposition based on old file, new file, and the file that will be kept forever. This organization has done a disposal process and until now still use it. So through the process of disposing the domain, all files that are about to dispose, which are the old file of the companies, will be tagged with the group. So it will be marked that the file is to be disposed of soon. So Kelantan ICT Gateway disposes their documents by burning the file. And not all the files will be disposed for some certain reason. So besides that, the financial records file will be disposed of after 7 years for audit purposes for the LHDN use. So for the file, the new file, it will be kept in the file room. Meanwhile, the old file and the file that will be kept forever, it will be stored in the server room. So let's move to the next one.
Next, for the processing of mails of the organization, for inward correspondence, incoming documents are stamped with the receipt date and then sent to the general manager for review and instruction, and to return to the records officer, which is Ms. Nur Shazwani, for action. And documents will be filed based on the company system. This function is to ensure all records are traceable, organized, and secure. For the process of outward correspondence, every document issued by the company will be scanned first and stored as a digital copy for documentation and future reference purpose. This process not only helps ensure the existence of evidence of official dealings, but is also in line with the best practice in record management recommended by Judy's Read 2016. Once scanned, physical or digital copies of the letters will be filed according to specific category, depending on the function or department involved, such as operation or administration. File separation based on these categories helps in the systematic organization of information, speeds up the search for document when needed, and improve efficiency and in overall company management.
Management of active, inactive, long-term records. There are three types of records in an organization, such as active, inactive, and long-term records. Active records are those that are used regularly and updated often. At Kelantan ICT Gateway (KIGSB), these records, such as payslips, invoices, and bank statements, are kept for 7 years in either digital or physical form. According to Ms. Yohannes, active records are updated weekly to maintain accuracy and are stored in the file room. Inactive records, on the other hand, are rarely used. These include letters, agreements, staff leave forms, and staff files. They are usually kept for 3 to 5 years, but some, like agreements, are kept permanently. Lastly, long-term records include important documents like bank statements and agreements. Older documents are stored in the server room, while newer ones are placed in the filing room. Ms. Yohannes, who handles admin and finance, together with Ms. Fatihah, the assistant officer, ensure that all records are properly arranged and stored. Problems and recommendation of organization. Kelantan ICT Gateway (KIGSB) faces several problems in managing their records. One major issue is the difficulty in organizing and retrieving records efficiently. Disorganized files can waste time and money. To solve this, it is suggested that KIGSB implement an automated filing and indexing system to make it easier to find documents. They should also do regular updates and create a records retention policy to remove outdated files and reduce clutter. Another problem is the use of separate systems for physical and digital records, which can cause missing files and slow access to important information. To fix this, the organization is encouraged to use a hybrid records management system, which combine both physical and digital records into one system. Digitizing physical files and using tools like metadata tagging can also improve access. Lastly, KIGSB has weaknesses in data security. Without strong protection, the organization risks financial loss, reputational damage, and legal problems. To prevent this, KIGSB should use encryption and secure access controls, update their security software, and train staff about online threats like phishing to stay protected. That's all from me.
In conclusion, for digital leaders like Kelantan ICT Gateway Sundian Berhad, efficient records management is essential. Even with their well-organized systems, problems like sluggish file retrieval and antiquated security still exist. So, KIGSB can achieve its digital objectives and increase efficiency by implementing advanced security, hybrid systems, and automatic indexing. These enhancements also provide other businesses looking to improve their record management procedures with insightful information. So, that's all from us. Thank you for watching.